Hey Canucks fans, welcome to the Line Change post-game show. The Vancouver Canucks have been defeated by the Nashville Predators by a score of 2-1. Canucks end their 5-game road trip going 3-2 and are now heading home for a quick 3-game homestand. I'm joined by my co-host Gerald. Now, before we break down and recap this game, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to our sponsor, Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork that you can kind of see behind me. You guys can check them out yourselves at gassjackart.com. There's a link in the description down below. Gerald, how's it going, buddy?
Good. I'm actually just testing out the camera. How does it look better than what I had last time?
Oh, it looks great.
Okay. Because I flipped I'm using the back camera of my phone as opposed to the front, and hopefully it's a bit clearer. It's actually a lot wider than I expected. I have it connected to Dex, so I'm actually looking towards my left just to see how everything looks, and my notes are on there because I couldn't get it hooked onto my laptop, but we'll just go by we'll just wing it.
Yeah, I have the so let's quickly just go over some of the goals. As I mentioned to you, I missed the first 2 periods of this game because I was didn't get home. Or actually, I should say, by the time I got home, the second period was already over. So I watched the third. I was doing some graphic stuff, getting things prepared for tomorrow. But yeah, I managed to catch the third period. I thought it was an all right period, at least to me. Obviously, the result is not what the Canucks fans wanted. But let's just quickly go through some of the game stats. Nashville, 35 shots, Canucks 22. So the Canucks once again outshot. Face-off percentage, 59.6% for the Predators, 40.4% for the Canucks. So 19 out of 47, 28 out of 47 for the Preds. Canucks went over 5 on the power play. So 0%. Actually, both teams were 0% on the power play. Nashville went 0-3, so not a good night for special teams. 10 penalty minutes for the Preds, 6 for the Canucks. Canucks out-hit the Predators 25-21. As I said in the last one, I wonder how many of those are Kiefer Sherwood. Block shots 20 to 19 in favor of the Canucks. Giveaways 13-10 for the Canucks, and takeaways were 8-3. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Edge goal visualizer. First goal goes to Ryan O'Reilly in the second period, so no scoring in the first. Let's go ahead and check this out at 9:01. So just looking at this here, Hronek throws it up. Pass interception from Ryan O'Reilly, and he manages to roof it against Thatcher Demko. Next up, we have Max Sasson, the Assassin, scoring his third of the season at 11:49. Take a look at the visualizer here. So here, behind the net, that looks like Carlson. Up to Sasson, and he's able to squeeze past the Nashville Predator to get it in, and he ends up putting it 5-hole on UC Saros. Now let's take a look at Cole Smith's goal, and now this is the goal that I actually saw, and I just think this one is a bit of bad luck on the Canucks' part at 5:09. Let's take a look at the visualizer. Puck moved around here in the corner, back to the point. Smith shoots it, and it just squeaks through past Thatcher Demko. So those were the goals. Your just general thoughts on how this game went?
I mean, I watched it from the beginning. I kind of missed the third because I was having dinner, but I did take some notes on the first and the second. But overall, in terms of the game itself, it started very disorganized. Nashville was actually also slow um, to start, but they obviously kind of picked it up in the second. But what I noticed is Nashville is taking a lot of advantage over Canucks sort of mistakes. So if you actually, I don't know if you watched if it happened in the third, because I missed most of the third. But the first period, the power plays for the Canucks, it was very sloppy. And Huggy actually fumbled the puck a few times. I don't want to say several times, but from my recollection, it was a couple times. It might have been more. So the power play itself, they couldn't really get set up because Nashville was very aggressive. So they came up to them. It wasn't falling back and just waiting to see what the Canucks were doing. They tried to attack the Canucks while they were on the power play. So that was some of the weaknesses that the Canucks are showing, and people in the league probably know by now. And Nashville definitely has changed their game plan. I haven't watched any of the Nashville games, but looking at today's game, they definitely watched game tape, knew how to defend the Canucks, and their PK was just exceptional. Like I think they're 11 after tonight's game. I think they're 16-0 for penalty killing. They haven't been scored at home yet. So, yeah, that's an interesting stat that I found out. More in the first period, I would say, the PK that one of the very first PKs that Canucks were on, PD actually had some good positioning. He's defending quite well. Looking at the ice time, the people are joking about ice time and how PD hasn't been played. I think this game he had 20, 30 something. We can look at that later, or you can take a look at it now. And I think that was mainly due to face-offs, and he was just very poor at the face-off circle last game. This game, I think he was a little better. I think he was at about 50% if I'm correct. But in terms of PK, he's doing well. The Canucks overall, they were good at keeping the puck out, so that could be a good side for them. Demko looked solid throughout 2 periods. That goal, the O'Reilly one, and then the second one, the game winner. The game winner, I think he really wanted that one back. But overall, I think Demko played lights out again. I think this game he improved his stats again. Personally, his goals against and his save percentage actually went up. Yeah, first period. Anything else? Garland had a great drive in on the power play in the first. I think it was the first or second power play. PD was actually making some hits on the second power play, but the power play in general was just terrible. Like they couldn't gain the zone, maybe because Nashville played great defense and their PK is on point. But in general, the Canucks power play just looked lost. There was no chemistry. There was, it was just a lot of passing, and they didn't shoot. And near the end of the first, I think Ratu had a couple opportunities that he missed, kind of shot it wide. So yeah, the first period in general, I think it was okay. It was still 1-1 tied, and then the second, it went on. But I think you missed the first period, right?
Yeah, I missed the first completely, and then I guess by the time I got home, the second period had just ended. Because I turned on the TV and it was a commercial break, and then they were talking about like the period, and I was like, oh, I guess I missed the second period.
Oh, okay. So you just caught the third, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, I pretty much just caught the third and was pulling double duty, doing some stuff, and then watching it, constantly turning back, watching TV.
Okay. I'll break down the second quickly too. Just a few things that I noticed. Great chances on the PK. I think they almost managed some shorthanded. Like they were shorthanded and there were offensive. They were on the offense on the PK. So I think Doc went on a breakaway. He tried. I'm not gonna be whipping on Doc all year long, but I mean, he did try. There was a lot of speed in Doc, which is great. Penalty skills, I understand why he's still in the lineup because for the penalty kill, he is kind of crucial given that Blueger's not in. Sherwood also had a breakaway. He did the whole fake um, on the breakaway that he got on the other game. I can't remember which game it was. But yeah, he tried the same move, and Saros didn't bite, so it was still 1-1. Great saves by Demmer midway through the second on I think it was Wood. It was very close, and his defense pretty much broke down on him. And like I said before, on the power play, there's just way too much passing, and they're trying to set up the perfect shot when they should have just shot it. And then the shorthanded goal by O'Reilly, who just stepped on, and it was just unfortunate. It was on a change. Sasson, great speed throughout the game. I mean, he flew by the defense, won the battle, went in, went 5-hole, great goal. Sasson's third goal of the year. So that's pretty much all I saw with the notes that I had. But in terms of the stats, if you wanted to sort of look at, I don't know what you wanted to pull up, but I think we're looking at the minutes for PD and also I guess face-off percentages.
Yeah, I did have PD's face-off percentage. He was at 50% on the face-off.
A lot better.
And his ice time was 20:45. So still about like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He had 4 blocks, 1 shot, as I've said before. Justin's not going to be happy about that. But hey, at least I did see that shot where he like just ripped it on Saros. So you could say that's a positive that he actually just ripped it. Besser with 5 shots on goal in this. Ice time was 21:09, 1 hit.
Yeah, to PD's defense though, I mean there were more shot attempts than the one that was recorded, and
Besser
he,
was
he shot a
100%
few.
face-off.
Yeah, maybe we should
I don't
get
know
him to
how.
do face-offs for us. No, because he stepped in for Sasson a couple times.
Yeah, it's not actually showing me how many face-offs here. Let me just decrease this a little bit. Oh, it doesn't actually say face-offs here. Let me look at the actual like event summary. That was a little bit better. Share this instead. And let me zoom in a little bit. So Besser just took 1 face-off and he won it. So that's what that was.
Yeah, it was to fill in for Sasson because he got waved out.
So PD was 11 for 11, or it says 11 face-offs, won, 11 lost. So yeah, he was at 50%.
Yeah. I mean, he still needs to get stronger. In general, the game today, he won the crucial face-offs that needed to be won, but he still needs to be better. He needs to get a little stronger. I mean, he did put on those pounds, right? But in terms of face-offs, he needs to sort of outmuscle the opponent a little bit, and also, I don't know, maybe get some pointers from the whole trip. Like, just he needs work.
Yeah. We have a comment here that actually brings up a really good point from Roy, saying he sort of listened to the game, but I heard that the Canucks had 5 power plays but 0 shots. That is true. I just looked at it. Canucks had 4 shots. Or wait, is it 4 shots here on the shot summary? I'm not entirely sure how this
shots
works.
on where?
On the power play.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I can't really see it there, but
yeah, I'm assuming the one on the right side means that was the amount of shots on goal. And if that's the case, it says 4. So they had 4 shots on goal over 5 power plays, which is not that great.
Are you sure they had 5 power plays? I thought it was, isn't it 4?
Here. Let me go back. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, they were 0 for 5
Okay.
on the power play. But I have to assume that means they had 4 shots on the power play. If it's, goals is the left side and then shots on goal is the right, I have to assume that is 4 shots. Because it said the Predators only had 3 shots on the power play. Someone in the chat, if you actually know, let us know. But yeah, there's that. We got Alfred in the chat, as always.
What's up, Alfred?
Great to see you, buddy. He mentions he thinks something might be wrong with Huggy. And, he might be onto something. Huggy's not been his dominant self that we're used to seeing. I know he's got points, but he's not, consistently getting points. So maybe, I don't want to speculate, but...
I think he has 3 points in 7 games.
Yeah. So he's not lighting it up like we're used to him, getting a point per game. But again, we're only 7 games in?
7 games in, yeah. Because right now, are they at 500? Because on the road trip, it was 3-2, and then they won 1, lost 2. So they're 4 and
4
5, 4 and 4. So it's game
4
8.
and 4, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're at 500.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true, Alfred. Huggy. I mean, to be very honest, I think I've in my group chats, I've actually said that Huggy doesn't look the same from the beginning of the season. Because usually, I think maybe we've just been spoiled the last 3 seasons. Every season, Huggy comes in after the off season, and he just surprises us, right? When you think there's not another level to go to, he does. So every year he's been going up a level. And this year, maybe it was because of the injury last year, mid-season, where he missed the 4 Nations. But in general, I think he just, I don't know. I know he's been skating. I know he's been training in the off season, but it doesn't seem like that typical Huggy that starts the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something mentally. It could be, I don't know, maybe it's to do with all the media talking about his brothers and stuff.
Yeah, that's what
but
I
it could also be, he might not be 100%, which Alfred is speculating also.
Mm-hmm. Canucks Uncensored in the house. Feels like
What's up?
PD just doesn't do those speed bursts anymore. The play PD made a deke. He looked like the PD of old, but then got knocked down. Old PD used his speed burst to create separation. I've noticed PD's speed bursts, obviously dating back to last season, have been down. For sure.
I mean, I think it can also be. I mean, I'm not giving him excuses, but he did have, what was it, tendonitis or whatever injury it was. So that could affect his skating. Last year, I think there was some crazy number about him doing one-timers or his shots or his speed, everything's gone down. So with that said, he had a great off-season training that he told everyone that even Foot said he looked, quicker. uh, he's still falling. He's still falling for some reason. Like at one of the interviews, I think the one that he joked with Olivia uh, at the end of the game about how he got a goal past Demmer in Dallas, and then he finally got his goal. Uh, his upper body, he looks buff,
Mhm.
but maybe it's his legs that need more bulking because he's still falling. Like even this game, like he I don't even if we were gonna have a game during a game and we take a shot of alcohol every time PD falls, we'd probably be drunk by now.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, how does someone fall so much without someone tripping you? Like, you're a professional NHL player. You skate super fast. When we first saw you in your rookie year, first couple of years, and now you just continuously fall. Like, we understand, like, back then you didn't have the frame or the muscle or you didn't put the work into your body, but now, like, you've been training all off season. Like, why are you still falling? That's a question on my mind.
Yeah. Sure. Uh, I'm not sure if this is Jordan or Witt, but saying don't know if it's his knee, but I also feel that it is a combination of confidence. Also, shot count is lower. Something is up. Uh, Possibly something is up. Yeah, he's on. Because yeah, didn't he say in an interview that he wanted to at least get 3 shots a game? Well, we haven't seen that yet.
No, 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 no. There were at least 3 shot attempts this game.
Hmm.
I counted at least. Because he only there was only one shot that was actually marked, like that hit the net. He has been shooting, it just hasn't been on target.
Yeah.
And even on power plays, I think I saw him maybe potentially shoot it once and it went over. But yeah, they're still looking for the perfect shot on the power play. Like they got to stop doing that. Just throw it to the net. That last power play goal that Sherwood scored in the last game. I think it was against, was it Washington or was it the game before? Anyways, that power play goal that Sherwood shot or got in. It was because I think Garland was just throwing it to the net and it was just close to Sherwood. The other power play goal that they had was Huggy shooting it, deflecting off Brock. So if you get the shots to the net and you get a deflection somehow, you're gonna get a higher chance of getting a power play goal or getting a goal of some
Yeah.
sort rather than like looking for that perfect pass, right?
Yeah. That's definitely something they need to deal with on the power play. I'll admit I'm getting kind of tiresome of seeing all this. Oh, I'm gonna shoot it. No, I'm gonna pass it. Just all this. Moving the puck around. Stop moving the puck around and just get the puck on net.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. Alfred here says Hughes looks very depleted for whatever reason. Doesn't seem to be dominant at times. Um, yeah, and another thing we've been seeing that we didn't see a whole lot of last year was Huggy showing frustration on the ice. Like we saw it earlier in this season where he like slammed his stick against the goalpost,
That was
and then
Edmonton, I think.
and then you saw it again tonight after the icing at the end of the game. He ripped the puck around around the boards in frustration. So
No, there's
perhaps,
there's definitely something wrong with him. Like there's
yeah,
like it's like maybe a mental thing. I don't know. Who knows?
yeah,
Because JT was like that, but JT he's known to be emotional, right?
hmm,
Huggy's that silent type that holds things in. He's a professional, but this year this is game 8. Let's say what game we're at the top. Yeah,
yeah,
game 8, right? Game 8 already, and this is showing this is not a good sign for the Canucks. Like if your captain is doing this, it's not a good look.
yeah. Especially when we're not used to it either, seeing it.
Yeah, because this year seems kind of like he's it's shades of the 2021 Huggies. And if that makes any sense. Like,
Mhm.
it's not the 22, 23, 23, 24. I mean, 23, 24, obviously, like, they kicked ass. Like, the whole team, the first half, it was just, they were in the top 10 scoring, three or four of them, right?
Mhm.
Uh, but 21, his plus minus took a huge dip. Um, and this year, I think the last 5 games, he was +1 in Dallas, -1 in Chicago, +1 in Washington, -1 in Pittsburgh, and just had an even today.
Yeah,
And
he was even.
logging, yeah, and logging 29, 26, 19 shifts, which is crazy. Like,
Wow.
at least that looks normal. In Pittsburgh, he had 23 shifts and he only played uh 25 minutes and 41. So he, like, looking by the stats itself, he overran his shift a lot today
Mhm.
compared to the other games. Because average, he's at 24, 25, 23, 23 shifts a game. And it's roughly around 25 minutes. So I think he's trying to do a little too much.
Mhm.
Kind of like that other game. Sorry, all these games are starting to meld together. I think it was the game. What was the game before Dallas, Edmonton?
Um, I actually that's a good question. Hang on, let me just quickly. When in doubt, ask Google.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to pull it up right now. It's fine. So there was a game that it was at the end of the game, and they were trying to. They pulled the goalie and and went, I think, 6-on-4 or 6-on-5. I can't remember what it was. It was the Blues game that he got really pissed off. Um, and he was just doing, actually, no, it was the Edmonton game, and he was just trying to do too much. He went in, tried to take over the game, shoot it, and then that backfired because it took a weird bounce, and then the puck went the other way, and then they got an empty net goal. So there's things like that have been happening this year that you got to question the leadership of Huggy, because
Mm.
he doesn't seem like himself. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of the leadership or in terms of the on ice play. And even
Mhm.
in the interviews that you see him, he just looks deflated. He just, like, I don't think last year, even though we had a bad year, he would be asked a question. He's just like, I don't know, and he just shrugs it off. Like, do you remember ever seeing, like, Quinn Hughes do that in the past?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there has to be something wrong. But
Mhm.
yeah,
That game before Dallas was St. Louis,
yeah,
and then the game before that was the Oilers game.
yep. And the Oilers are coming in town on Sunday after the
Yeah.
Canadiens, so they have a back to back. What do you see for that? Like, are you worried? Are you, like, what's your take on it?
I'm a little bit worried. Well, right now the Canadians are hot. Like they're
Oh
like
yeah.
6-6, what 6-2, 7-2. So the Canadians are freaking hot right now. So yeah, that has me a little concerned. I wonder if they're gonna throw Demmer in because Montreal is so hot right now, and Demko
Yeah,
has been
but
so
Demmer
good.
but Demmer doesn't have a good I don't think he has a good uh record with Montreal.
Hmm.
But I mean, like, what you said makes sense. Like, throw the hot one in, you're back home. Um, but the only issue is, if you put Demko in for the Habs, is Lanky going to be good enough for Edmonton?
True, true. Or do you switch that and have basically roll what you've been rolling, and which is one, 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 and then have Lincoln start against the Canadians and save Demko for the Oilers.
I mean, I think that was I think that that's a lot. A lot of people have speculated that Lanky would take the game for Saturday, but given what's happening, like they're on a 2-game losing streak. It's it's understandable because they lost 2 centers and a winger, and then they finally got Besser back today. Played crazy in a sense. He had 5 shots. Was it 21 minutes?
Yeah.
But you can't just depend on one person, right? So goaltending, in all honesty, if it wasn't Demmer in net today, they would have been spanked. This could have been easily like a 5-1 game, 6-1 game.
Hmm.
And if Lankinen was in net today, I think they should have put Lankinen in net, but I think they were chasing for a win. That's why they
Yeah.
put Demko in. So if Lankinen was in net today, I mean, it could easily would have been 3-4, 4-1-2, right?
Hmm.
But Demmer saves the game. Like he's the goalie that steals you games.
Yeah.
But the problem is you need to get the offense going. Can't just be doing 1 games. It's 2 games in a row that you have 1 goals. Like
Yeah.
1 goal, not even plural, 1 goal. So going into Saturday against the Habs, I don't know if it's Montembeault or if it's the other goalie who's also playing very well, who's challenging for the spot. It's going to be tough for the Canucks to get goals if they don't get their thing, like get their shit together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, Kempner's on the chat. Good to see you,
What's up,
Trev.
Kempner?
Says this Canucks team is in trouble. Absolutely freaking right. Yeah, they are absolutely in trouble. Elfrin, Mr. Stats, Demko is 5-4-0 versus the Habs in his career. So he does have a winning record.
Okay,
But
that's good.
yeah. But yeah, between the 2 games, obviously I'm more concerned with Montreal because of, as I said, how good they've been lately. I also didn't realize until seeing the highlights, Pittsburgh's on a bit of a run right now too. They're like 6-2.
Oh yeah,
So
Crosby scored again tonight.
yeah, which is not something that I expected. Actually, on that note, I have this up. I wanted to take a quick look at the out of town scoreboard, just to add a little something.
Yo,
Let
if you're
me,
talking about a team that's surprising, it's Chicago. They won
yeah,
again tonight.
let me just quickly go up to the top. Okay, so
I
we
think they're
have
like 5-2, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago beat the Lightning 3-2. Wow, the Ducks spanked the Bruins.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't spank them, but 7-5, and the Bruins had 41 shots on goal. Wow. Sens beat the Flyers. Sam's not going to be happy about that. Penguins beat the Panthers. Penguins only had 16 shots on goal, and they beat the Panthers.
Yeah. And it was still 5-1.
Wow.
5-3.
Wow. The
Who was
Islanders
in goal? Let's see.
Islanders spanked the Red Wings too.
No, but Islanders are actually getting hot right now. Islanders are actually getting hot, and Bo, I think, is on a three-game point streak or 4-game point streak. Schaefer was on a 6-game point streak until tonight. I
Okay,
think
so the
he
shots
broke a
on
record.
goal 7-6 for Pittsburgh in the first, 5 shots in the second to Florida's 13, and then they only had 4 shots in the third period, and Florida had 18, and they still won 5-3. Wow.
Who was in
So
goal for
Florida,
Yeah.
it was Bob.
Wow, that's not good.
So 9 shots in the final 40 minutes.
You know, to
And
be
they,
honest, it doesn't matter for Florida. It's just about the playoffs. They don't care about the regular season. It's kind of like the Oilers, right?
yeah, and
But
Brad
it's
Marchand got 2 points, or was it 2 goals actually? One,
he had a goal
uh,
and two
2 goals.
goals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which makes me happy because I, believe it or not, I have Marchand in my fantasy. So
that's awesome. I hope
yeah,
you're doing well.
I picked him up when Kachuk went on IR. So
Nice.
yeah.
Crosby had 2 goals today. 2 goals and assists.
Yep,
So
Reinhardt
yeah,
had a goal.
your superstars are showing up. Where's Petey? What's going on? Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, Brock even had 5 shots and he sat out 2 games because of personal issues. And
Mhm.
Petey had 1. Like, where are the shots, man? Just shoot the puck.
Yeah. Oh wow, Sharks beat the Rangers 6-5.
Yeah. Celebrini had a hat trick for their first win.
Wow. Well, I bet SGA is pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Mammoth beat the
I was like,
Blues 7-4. Um, and then the Kraken shut out the Jets.
that was the surprising one for tonight.
Wow.
I had money on the Jets today. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't think that the Kraken would pull it off, like, and being shut out. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you have
And
Connor, Shifley, like,
uh,
how do you stop these guys, man? And they shut them out. That's crazy.
yeah, and the
Please,
Jets are 5-1. Well, they were.
please, please tell me it wasn't Joey Daccord that was in net for the Kraken.
Let's find out.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yep, Dacord.
Yeah,
Wow. Made 32 saves.
it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Kings over the Stars 3-2. And then I know this says Avalanche versus the Hurricanes, but let's be honest. It was the Quebec Nordiques versus the Hartford Whalers in this game.
Dude, this game, I was just telling someone in my chat that if you wanted to watch a hockey game, this would have been the game that you had to watch. The
Oh yeah.
Nordiques against the Whalers. This was such a good game. I watched it from the second period. Oh my God, like the speed, the physicality, the hits. Like if you compare it towards the Canucks game tonight, it's like Pee Wee hockey versus actual hockey.
Oh yeah.
Like they were so lost. The Canucks game, they were so lost that it looked like, okay, let's not go Pee Wee hockey. It's like beer league hockey versus an actual like professional hockey. Like the Avs, bro, they were down 2-1, came back 2-1. I think it ended up being 4-2. Then they came back 4-3, 4-4, tied it, got into overtime. If it wasn't for these weird penalties that they're calling, like the penalty on Brock Nelson for the high stick. I don't know if you watched it. Did you watch the game?
No, I saw like maybe a couple highlights, and that was about it. I think it was in between periods, or at least at the end of the Canucks game.
Yeah, the refereeing was very sus. Like you should let these things go. Like the end of the third period, it felt like they were trying to give it to Carolina or to Hartford Whalers. They were given penalties when like there was the Brock Nelson one, which yes, it was a high stick, but the problem is there was no penalty called at the point of stoppage. And they only stopped it because they thought I think it was Riley who was there who got knocked, was like, oh, I'm so hurt and shit. And he wasn't even hurt. And you don't call penalties on that unless or do video replay unless there's a stoppage in time and you worry that the player's injured or like if there's blood or whatever. Obviously, he came up and he was just like touching himself, like he wasn't injured. He wasn't like it wasn't like Heedle who was down and
Mhm.
couldn't get up, and
Yeah.
you'd question it. The Heedle hit wasn't even a penalty, but you call the penalty on Brock Nelson. Really? Like, how do you win a game if you get consecutive penalties called and then just before that or just after that there's another penalty. They had to kill off a penalty to end the game. The Hartford Whalers had a penalty to start the game, got another power play to start the game. I can't remember who it was, but throughout the game the Avs were just called penalties nonstop, and the Whalers just got power plays nonstop, even in overtime. It was 4-on-3, like pretty much for half the period.
Wow. Oilers beat the Canadiens, so I guess that's a bit of a positive for us. I guess in a way, considering we got the Canadiens coming up, beat them 6-5. But then we got the Oilers right afterwards. So yeah, there's the out of town scoreboard. I just thought it would be a fun little thing to take a gander at, take a glance at. I still can't get over that 7-5 for the Ducks over the Bruins. But hey, I also figured the Ducks were going to be good this year after the moves that they made in the offseason.
Yeah, they're doing well. I mean, Bruins, I think, are just coming back to earth because they started
Yeah.
off hot.
Yeah.
And I think, did they? No, it wasn't. I was just gonna say they played back to back, but no, because their last game was against Florida, and Brad Marchand had a
Oh, yeah, the
homecoming.
homecoming, yeah.
and then Bruins lost in overtime for that game. But yeah, I mean Rangers, man, 6-5, losing to the worst team of the league, and they finally got their win. It's questionable. I think JT had 2 goals, and I think it was -2.
Yeah,
Sorry, he had 2 assists. He had 2 assists, and he was -2.
So Sharks were out to a 3-1 lead in the first period. And then the Rangers stormed back in the second. And then both teams each had a goal in the third. And then the Sharks win it in OT. Got it. Celebrini on the power play. Radish. Celebrini again. Zibanejad. Okay, that's going to make me actually, I can't remember if I have Zibanejad on my fantasy. I know I have JT Miller, so that assist is going to help me. Parsonen, Radish, and then Celebrini again. Will Smith in the third period to make it 5-4. Radish looks like Radish had a good night. 2 goals, 1 shorthanded. Actually, no, 3 goals. He had a hat trick too. So 2 hat tricks in this game. Wow. And then Will Smith with the winner in overtime. But yeah, 2 points for JT. Again,
Susie got a point too.
Seuss. Oh yeah, on Radish's first goal.
Yeah.
Got an secondary assist. Wow.
So it was a Will Smith and Celebrini and Radish kind of game.
Yeah. What is the Rangers' record right now? While we're on the topic. And since that game is coming up on Tuesday.
I think they were
they're 3-4-2.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-4-2, and the Sharks are 1-4-2.
Yeah, they got their
and
first
you
win.
guys just lost to these guys. Wow. Well, that's got to be
Yeah.
demoralizing. And then apparently Rempe left the game with an injury after he went toe to toe with Ryan Reeves.
Dude, I
This
was
is why
actually
you do not
looking
use
up.
Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves is actually 33. And I don't know, someone was asking me the other day, like, why hasn't anyone gone after Reeves? Like the Canucks need someone like that. The guy's 33, but he's still fighting. It's good to see.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's
and
not getting
the
paid a
guy,
lot. He's only paid like a mil and a bit, I think.
yeah, and he's kicking the crap out of Matt Rempe, who's known to be, a scrappy. I mean, I don't know too much about Rempe other than he keeps getting the news in the, worst ways, wrong ways. You got nothing is perfect is in the house. What up, Russell? Quinn
What's up,
Hughes is part of the
Russ?
problem. His shifts are way too long. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you and I were both talking about earlier.
He had 19
So,
shifts, but it was 30 minutes pretty much.
yeah.
So that's really cutting it close to 2 minutes a shift. Like no one should be on the shift like that. Like talk
No.
it as much as we don't like talk it right now, like he's right. It should be quick 45-second shifts. In and then out, in and then out. Just keep it fresh. Like you don't stay on the ice for almost a minute and a half to 2 minutes, right? Like you're just making it worse for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think you and I even talked on a previous post game show how this is only 8 games in. You don't do this now. You do this like
Yeah.
in like March or February when you're, pushing for a playoff spot. That's when you do it. You don't do it 8 games into a season
Well, I
because that
mean,
you're
if
just asking for an injury.
to be fair, I mean, if you look at Huggy, like I was just saying earlier, he's averaging 25 minutes a game, which is not bad. There were games last year, he was like a string of games, he was playing like 28, 29 minutes every game, almost 30 minutes a game. Like it was just ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
why? Right? I mean, 25 is manageable, but
Mhm.
anything more than that is just too much. And right now, you have people that you can rely on. You have the new kids, like you have DPD Junior.
Yeah.
You have well, Mancini's back in the AHL, but you also have Marcus Pedersen, which you can definitely rely on. Hronik, Myers. Myers actually has been playing fairly well this year in terms of defending. So yeah,
Yeah.
like you have people you can
You have
depend on.
Marchand
Like
as
you have
well.
a good, yeah, you have a good decor, right? But yeah, you don't need to play those. Like one thing I actually want to bring up is Hronik. Why is the guy not throwing those bombs? Like when you're at the top, like Hronik has a big shot.
Mhm.
Seriously. Like, why is he not using that? Use it to your advantage. Stop passing the puck and just like bomb that in. That's another thing that I noticed at the game, like during the game today.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like I think it was some point in the third period. I saw Hronik had the puck, looked as though he was going to shoot it, and then passed it off to I want to say I think it may have been Garland, and then Garland like whipped it right back to him,
Yeah.
and then he passed it off. It's like why aren't you like just ripping it right there?
It's just yeah, I don't know, man. Like it just feels like they're lacking a bit of chemistry. I mean, dude, that Dallas game was great. The
Yeah,
Chicago game, they kind of rallied back. Um, but yeah, after that, Washington, they came out in a storm. The PD goal, 59 seconds in. But right
yeah,
after Heedle, it just seems like after Heedle dropped, you have Heedle Bluger gone. Besser didn't come back for a few games. Everything broke down. Like you just need time to, I think, heal as a team. Maybe that's
hmm
the thing. And you need some more practice time. They had one practice the last 3 days, and that was in Nashville.
hmm yeah. I think that's something that Foot even mentioned. I think it was the other day after the Pittsburgh game. Maybe they just ran out of gas, and Pittsburgh like capitalized on that. So yeah, maybe to that point, they just ran out of gas, even though it was a 5-game road trip. But they do have obviously tomorrow off, so maybe they can rest a little bit before Saturday. Irvin's in the house. What up?
What's up, Irvin?
But yeah, off day tomorrow. Back at it on Saturday. I will say Saturday is going to be a pretty busy day for me, because we got the post game show. Let me know if you're available for that, because I'm also going to be live streaming the baseball game on Saturday. So
On the channel or on a different? Do you have a Jays channel? I don't even remember.
On my Jays one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm unfortunately working tomorrow, and I get off like right as the Jays game starts, so I don't have time to like race home and set up the stream. So I'm going with game 2. I got the stream already set up, ready to go, so I'll be doing that, and then I guess I'll be watching a little bit of the Canucks game. I'll probably set up like my laptop or something off to the side, watch it, whatnot. And yeah. So yeah, that's my plan for Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. Early game too, 4:00.
Yeah. Like starts an hour before the Jays game starts. So.
And then the Jays game is going to be probably done by, let's see, 8, I would say, like just before 8.
Yeah, so I would say something like that for sure. Although I'll probably start that live stream around 3:30, or maybe like right when the Canucks game starts, like 3:34, because I'm planning that live stream to be like the full, thing. So probably like 3 hours.
Are you gonna have the game like streaming on your stream?
I won't have it shown on the stream because I mean I'm not monetized, so but I'll be like watching it. I'll basically do what like Russell does, and just watch it, with headphones in, react to it. I don't know, maybe do a little bit of commentary if I can.
Okay.
I'm just not sure if I can actually show the game on the stream.
You can't you?
I'm not sure actually because of copyright, but I'd rather not risk it. So I'm just gonna have it off to the side, watching it, headphones in, and then I'll be like blabbering on the live stream, especially if there's any moments like there was in the last game. But yeah, I'm pumped for it. I'm looking forward to it. I already got the thumbnails and some graphic stuff done for it, so
I'm excited, man. You savage.
yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a pitcher with that kind of name, man. You savage, man.
Yeah.
Rookie, 22-year-old. He's played more like after tomorrow, he's played more playoff games than he's actually played regular season games. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I said this earlier, at the start of this season, back in April, he was in single A ball. And now here in October, he's pitching in the World Series, and he's pitching game 1.
Starting for game 1. That's just, yeah.
Yeah, and he's going up against a guy like Blake Snell, who's absolutely so good. But yeah, it's like what I told you. I need my next Jays jersey needs to be a Savage jersey.
So. Dude, if I'm gonna get one, I think I'm gonna get one of those too. Like, bro, like that name is just, dude,
yeah.
It's lit, man. Like Jays, you savage. Like it seems like, I don't know. It's just weird. You don't imagine it to be like a name that you would see on a Jays jersey.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if they beat them, and then we'll be like, you just got savaged.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pumped for the live stream, as I keep mentioning. Can't wait. It'll be the first time I've ever done it. So that part I'm especially looking forward to. I'm going to do as many of the games as I possibly can. I think I'll be able to do Saturday and then Monday. Tuesday, obviously, I can't do because I'll be at the Canucks game. But yeah, I'm going to try and do as many of them as I can. So.
Hey, is Russell still in the house? Is he in chat?
He hasn't posted in a bit, but he might still be in the chat. I'm not entirely sure.
Have fun
Russell,
in
if you're still in
Toronto,
the chat,
Alfred.
yeah, I am absolutely freaking jealous, Alfred. Actually, on that note, Alfred, how big's your suitcase? And yeah, if it's a big suitcase, I'll squish myself into a little ball, and you can pack me in your suitcase. No,
Bro, I thought
well,
you were gonna be like, "Hey, can you grab me a jersey or something from Toronto?" I didn't
no,
think
no,
you.
no.
I didn't think you'd be that. I didn't think you'd
No,
be
no, no, no,
that
no.
savage.
No, I'm not that savage. No, no, definitely not a jersey. He says he's got room, so definitely not a jersey. Maybe I would have said maybe a hat or something, but I already ordered my hat, so Alfred, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely enjoy. The watch parties are gonna be crazy out there.
Hey, Alfred,
Even
if you can find a Blue Jays like ALCS championship hat, um, can you grab one for me? Because I went online, I couldn't find it. I think everything's in Toronto.
yeah,
So there's a lot of swag, a lot of like jerseys, hats, you know, t-shirts and all of that. They'll have it in Toronto, but they don't have it on the website. So if you're able to
yeah.
like find something, let me know. I'll DM you on that too. But since you have room, you know, help us out.
Yeah. That's the one thing with this. All that merch stuff, is available in Toronto like that. Like as soon as the game was over. And then of course, with the hat, I'm not even gonna get it until after the World Series is over. And that's when they're actually going to ship it. Is after the series is already over. I was like, well, then what's the point of that?
Okay. Sorry, Ty. My phone, it says it's overheating, so I might cut off.
All right. Oh, did we just lose them? Possibly. I'm just going to wait a few more seconds. Yeah, I think we lost him. Well, we got him back. Got him back. Oh, now we got two Geralds.
Okay, we'll do that.
There we go.
Is that better? Yeah. So do you see
Yeah.
the camera quality? Is it a little
Yeah.
different?
Yeah,
The other
it's
one's much
slightly
better, right?
different.
Okay. Now I don't have to keep looking at the TV. Yeah, it's overheating. It's too hot, and we're about at an hour, so I'm gonna go. But thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on again. Once again, my co-host Gerald talking about the Canucks. Yes, we talked a little bit of Blue Jays, but everyone's talking about it. It's a country thing, Canada thing. So we had to get a little bit of Blue Jays in there. But yeah, Canucks lose 2-1 to the Nashville Predators. Definitely one that slipped away, especially if you really think about it. That 2-1 goal. Only Demko had it. It could have been a completely different game. Could have gone to overtime, shootout, who knows? But with this Canucks offense, poo-pooing, who knows? But once again, thanks, Gerald, for coming on. Appreciate it. And we'll see about if Gerald can come on Saturday. If not, I'll do it solo. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out my Inside Jays podcast here on YouTube, go ahead and check that out. As I mentioned, I'm going to be live streaming that entire game on that channel. So go ahead, check it out. You're not going to want to miss it. I'll be doing live streams for the rest of the World Series, as many games as I can. Definitely check that out. And Swerven, I absolutely agree. 1C Sasson, or even maybe 2C Sasson at this point. Completely agree. But yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for the post-game show. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for supporting us, checking us out. If you want to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, be sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find and interact with us on social media. We're on most social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. They are all there. And if you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcast. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow as well as rate and review us. It is, of course, greatly appreciated and really helps out the channel on Spotify. But that's going to do it for this post-game show. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, let's go Canucks and let's go Blue Jays. And I'll see you guys in the next one.